Welcome back. We are here in this section of our program with two representatives from the group that is handling the staff, I always want to say activity fund, the staff appreciation fund. And we happen to have two of our favorite cameramen here also this morning, Ives and Dr. Elaine Sorenson, here on this side of the camera.
I don't like it.
Oh, you're wonderful. Ivan, let's start with you.
Okay, working with this and trying to keep track of all the pieces to it, because there's a lot of different pieces of the activity, and Nancy put the program together for us very well, and then wound up in the hospital.
I know.
So we're covering
Not that this made her sick.
But the idea is still, okay, the goal of this whole thing to provide gifts to the hourly employees for what all they do. The goal was $295,000. So far, we're about at 85%. The math is a little hard to get a hold of at times because of the different ways it's being accounted for. But the math is pretty simple. We're not at 100%.
We're not
that
there
part
yet.
we understand.
Right. Yes,
And
right.
so we encourage people if they haven't had an opportunity to contribute, please do so. It's so important to the employees and to say thank you for the care that they give us. So that's kind of what we're up to. And I rely on Elaine to keep me squared away on a lot of the other stuff and the things we should be thinking about.
Now this undertaking is a part of the Resident Life Committee,
Yes,
correct?
it is.
That one comes under.
And you are the
Life.
Resident
I am
Council
the
liaison to that
them.
committee.
Yeah, so
Okay.
I'm supposedly get some idea what's going on and talk back and forth between the committee and the council and the administration on anything that deals in that area.
That makes sense.
Okay.
Elaine, talk to us.
Well, my pleasure to be here and talk about the staff. As you know, I want to give you a little personal point of view. You know that I've been in this business. I've been an executive director. So I've been a provider before I was a resident. Mm-hmm. And I want to just talk a bit about the fact that sometimes I have a differing or unique, if you want to call it, point of view regarding policies and procedures. And that I've dealt with the Halloran survey. Now we're talking about staff. The staff who are here 24/7 to give us this wonderful program that keeps us safe and healthy. Now, in the past, I was a member of a CCRC with my husband in California, and it was a full service program. Mm-hmm. You paid for everything whether you used it or not. And with my allergies, for example, they did the laundry. I couldn't have them do my laundry because, listen to me, everything. So I don't think sometimes people here don't realize how lucky we are. One reason I came here is because this is a fee-for-service program.
Yes.
If you don't use it, you don't pay for it. And when I first came,
which keeps our fees much lower
bet
than many other facilities.
You bet it does. And yet, when I did my housekeeping when I first came, well now, oh boy, I'm lucky. I'm so lucky that all I had to do, a phone call away, was to say it's time for me to have housekeeping. And there are other services like that. We have people here standing by for us when we need them.
Yes.
But we don't pay for it until we actually do need them. So those are the people that staff 24 hours, 7 days a week. And we have a list of the hourly job titles, and you and I both have that.
I'll hold this one up.
And we have 92 different job titles.
I was amazed to see this.
And I think there are a few others too that aren't even on here, excuse me. But starting with the accounting office coordinator and going all W's to the wait staff. But even I, looking at this, was taken a little bit by surprise to see we have a mailroom coordinator and a mail clerk.
Who knew?
Well, of course, we are a big operation, and
right.
I know that.
Yes.
But I think we forget about all these people behind the sines that are there helping us out.
People that we will never see.
So then the second thing I want to talk about is really the third thing, I guess, is how important it is to give a gift. We're at 85%.
Very much so.
The nice thing would be if we could be at 100%.
It would be wonderful.
It would certainly. And I need to say that we are all aware of the fact that we're a very diversified community, and that also means that in terms of expendable income, it varies a lot.
It does.
And it could be for reasons of health or the fact that, like myself, I never thought I'd live this long, you know, all kinds of things. So it isn't exactly how much you give. The important thing is that you do give. People talk a lot about maybe $1 or $2 a day, and that's very nice. But sometimes if you can give $1 a week, there's more of a sacrifice involved in that than there is with a larger
That's true. It
donation.
depends on the person.
And I know that people, I know myself, sometimes I feel as though, gee, I wish I used to be able to do more, why can't I do more? The important thing is to do what you can do.
Right.
Give from the heart.
And to give, you know, if any of us, if we go off campus and go out to eat, we're always going to give a tip, and you know, 15-20%. But yet, when we look at this and we think all of these people, and this is a once a year thing,
Right.
and we ought to be able to give something. If we can give a tip in a restaurant, we can give something here.
Well, I don't even like to think of it as a tip.
I'm not a tip, but I'm just saying the
I
equivalent.
think of it as more as a sharing and a giving of a gift and to share with we're a Green Spring family.
Yes.
And so that I'm just asking people to think about how lucky we are, especially in today's world, to be. I sometimes say we're living in the bubble here.
That's right, very much so.
But we are safe and we're cared for, and that's and my family thanks everybody all the time.
I was in a meeting yesterday, a dining services meeting, and the supervisor who was leading the meeting was saying, oh, we served this and this and this because this is food. These were some potato chips or something that we ordered when the hurricane came. And they had done all of this pre-planning and bringing in food in case we needed extra food for the hurricane.
Example.
This is the kind of care that they take care of for us.
Yeah,
we didn't have to worry. We were going to be fed.
Right. So,
And they were going to be here to feed us.
Yeah.
and sometimes they feed us too much.
And that's all right.
So, but that again, I just ask, please join us, be a part of this wonderful opportunity we have to say thank you at Thanksgiving time. What questions do you have?
Well, I guess my biggest joy here is to look at all of the various people here and be reminded, just walking through the hall coming down here this morning, thinking how many different kinds of people I saw in different Green Spring uniforms, and thinking every one of these people deserves our thanks.
Yes, you bet.
And all the people behind the scenes that we never see.
That I think is important to remember.
Yes.
And some people, because we are sort of neighborhood oriented, there are a lot of people we will never see that we don't even know come on the campus.
So if I still want to give, and I've lost the paper, and I don't know what to do,
Well,
how can I give?
Well, you can always stop at the front desk. They're always there to help you, and they have extra supplies, or you can stop over at Philanthropy, and they also have an envelope.
Okay.
And if you don't have that, you can always make out a check to Green Spring and put Staff Appreciation Fund and put it in an envelope, and use your own envelope.
There's a box
There's
at
a box
the front desk.
put in
Yes,
Staff Appreciation.
if you look in each of the mail centers, there's a special box for Staff Appreciation
Okay.
Fund. Just put it in there, and we appreciate it very much.
Okay,
Right,
so
right.
anything you can give, if you've already given, if you can give a little more, that would be much appreciated. Thank you so much for coming on, both of you,
Thanks for having us.
and thanks for all of the work you've done for this.
Okay.
Okay.